Hello, Hig. I probably should be doing baby stuff, but I can't be asked. And I sent you. I already did a video of this, but I did it with my wife's camera. It was 1.3 gigabytes, so it couldn't load onto the computer very easily. Anyway, okay. This is a 2002 BMW 650 F650GS Dakar, and basically in about 1997 BMW bought out the F650 Funduro, which was a kind of road-going 650cc single with the Rotax engine. This is the second generation of that, which changed in about 2001, and what they did was they basically changed it a lot. So this has got a 650cc Rotax engine. It's fuel injected, which gives it about its 65 to 70 mpg, and that's American mpg. Okay, say fuel injected, single spark plug. Good, nice, torquey, solid motor. This is a Dakar model. It's different from the standard GS. The standard GS, it kind of looks like this, but the Dakar is a different paint job. It's got more suspension travel, probably about, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches at the back and about 4 inches at the front. The forks are a lot longer. It also has a 21-inch front wheel. I'll point to the wheel. That's the wheel there. Also got a 21-inch front wheel instead of the standard 19. I think brakes are the same and everything like that. So anyway, so like I say, this is the sought after model, because in about 2005 they put ABS on it, and they put 2 spark plugs per cylinder. But for whatever, and the ABS is switchable on or off, but for whatever reason people like this GS, and they really like this Dakar, and they really like this paint job. So these are kind of the ones that go for the most money. This cost me about $5,800 about a year and a half ago. It was 8,000 miles, needed a good service on everything, but it was in good condition and ran pretty nice. So okay, what do we got? 21-inch front wheel. I use Metzeler Torrance tyres. Put this front one on at about 10,000. This bike's done about 15,000. I'll probably get about another 5,000 out of that front tyre. They're pretty grippy. You can run them at low pressure. I run it about 20. So nice front tyres. About 10,000 out the front. It's got a Brembo front brake, which is pretty good. I put a Goodrich hose on it as well, just to give it a bit firm it up a bit. $20 eBay fork gaiters. These can blow seals because they have a lot of travel and long forks. So I put the fork gaiters on it just to save them. I've also got an extra engine guard on it for if I take it off road, which I have done, and that's why the ass end of mine looks like no other, because the rear shock collapsed when I was jumping this double, and basically there's this big like mudguard fender thing that comes down from here, and that all fucking blew up, and as did the tail light, so I replaced it with an LED one. It also has this stock has a big wrap round plastic monstrosity. I got rid of that and put this Touratech aluminium one on. There's millions of gadgets you can get for these, millions of gadgets. So 15,000 miles. Again, back tyre went on at about 12,000. Showing some signs of wear, but it'll probably get about 8 or 9,000 out of that. Fuel tank's under here. Takes about 4.5 gallons. So we talked about the English-American gallon thing, but basically this does about 225 before the mile's the same, right? An English mile is the same as American mile. It's just a mile. So this does about 225, and then flips over to reserve and gets about another 60. Okay. Again, so many gadgets. Foot pegs are decent. It's got a nice big fat seat on it. This is the arse end. You can get all kinds of manner of racks and stuff, but this is solid enough for you to bolt a givey plate onto, that you could that you can mount a givey box. The engine's stock, but basically there's a big snorkel, a big air snorkel that goes under here, and it has this tiny like output hole. So I sawed that off, and I put a K&N filter on it, and then I got a good deal. I found it on one of the user websites on this stain tune pipe, which cost about $250. So expensive new, like $600. But that gave it a lot more go. Just breathes a lot better, feels a lot kind of pokier. And this tops out about. Probably tops out about 110 on the clock, which at Colorado altitude, that's pretty good. Revs to about 7,500. I don't really take it much over 6, you know. Mirrors are good and big. You can see behind you pretty good. It's got heated hand grips, which is nice, and it also has hand guards, which means in 30-degree weather, which is like -1 or -2 in your place or whatever. But I can actually ride it with my standard leather gloves, because you got the heated hand grips and stuff, and they do work. Turn signal broken after taking a spill on an off-road trail up in the mountains. It's got a reasonable screen. It's got this lip on it that deflects the air upwards. You can get something called a laminar lip that gives you about another 2 inches that deflect it, or you can get screens made by somebody called C.E. Bailey, which are a lot bigger and basically take a lot of the air off you. It's got a tank bag fitted. It's got a nice big seat. It's comfy. You're 6 foot. You'd probably do well on this. Or you can rise the hand. You can put handlebar risers on them, and you can get all kinds of adjustable foot pegs. They come with a stock. They come with a stock centre stand. I've taken it off at the moment. You know, just to save a bit of weight and have it clanging around there. So I like this bike. I love this bike. It's good on gas. It's pokey for a 650cc single. You can honestly cruise at 85, if not 90. You can be going up an incline at 80 miles an hour and open the throttle, and it picks up and goes. Maintenance is pretty simple. I say 15,000 miles. I think the chain's beginning to show some wear. I've overgeared this slightly, put a slightly bigger sprocket on the back. The brake pads are just about done front and back. I gave it a full service. Oil change is easy. Oil filter's just here. Sump plug's just under there, and I need to drill a hole in this plate so I can change oil without taking that plate off. The only thing that's a real pig on this is doing the valves, because you have to take off all this bodywork to get at that. This is like a faux gas tank, so you take that off and the battery sits underneath there, and then you have to lift all this plumbing off and stuff to get to the rock cover. And after 12,000 miles I shimmed it, and it needed one shim adjusted, which I did. Again, it's got a decent headlight. I put a big headlight bulb in that. That's kind of it. Now, you know, okay, bad points about it. I love this bike. I say just get on and ride it. But the bad points about it, well, the plastic design up the top here is shocking. The fit is absolutely fucking awful. I mean, tabs break and stuff like that. It's just not very good. So it's fine when it's bolted together, but if you want to take it apart, you've got to be careful, and you've got to get everything back in the right order and squeeze it together and stuff. Another thing about this bike is if you load it up, and I mean either put a pillion on the back or put, like, you know, full luggage on it and stuff, you see a noticeable drop off in performance, because it's only a 650cc single. I've heard these Rotax engines go for about 50-60,000 miles before you need to do a top end on them, and then you can put a higher compression or slightly bigger bore piston and get a bit more go. So overall, I mean, like I say, I just really like this bike. I've had it about 15-16 months. I've done about 8,000 miles on it. I've given it one major service. It's due for an oil change. It has an oil tank up the top here. There's the filler. I need to change the oil, but other than that, I say it's just a really good all-rounder. I've actually got a spare set of wheels with knobbly tyres on them that I can do off-road, which I have done, and it's okay as an off-road bike. It's not a dirt bike, it's big and heavy, but you know, it really excels on fire trails because the suspension soaks up pretty good. I did blow out the rear shock, but like I say, I was jumping some stuff on it, and this was after I'd been out of the boat across track for about an hour on this thing, so that's kind of what killed that. So I'd like to say overall, I'd rate this, and obviously, you know, Hig, you know, like yourself, I've had a lot of bikes. I mean, a lot of bikes, and I'd rate this easily in the top 5. You know, my other favourite bike's FJ12, which I loved. I thought GPZ 900R was just a brilliant bike. You know, they're two bikes that I really like. But this is. This is well up there with them. In fact, it'd probably be my top 3. So anyway, this is 8 minutes of boredom of me talking for you. So I'm going to post this on YouTube, and then other people are going to watch this. So if other people are watching this, don't mail in and tell me I've got something wrong, or it wasn't 2001, it was 2002. I don't care. I'm just trying to give people an idea of just how good a damn bike this thing is. And I think I'll be keeping this one for a long time. I mean, a long time, like years. I say, a lot of stuff that I have, if we just brief look at the garage, a lot of stuff that I have I don't keep, and a lot of stuff gets changed around, and there's lots of stuff in here, but I will be seriously keeping that one for a long time. So I'll leave you with a picture of my new RI helmet, which is fucking great. Alright.